Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in again. Well, I want to show you how to take these Onyx by Orion devices further and further, and I want to show you how to start automating things within your business or within your home. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through how to put this into your business and start to issue commands or utilize some of the business automation features that you can get through If This Then That and the Onyx. So this video assumes that you already have your Onyx paired with your iPhone or your Android device, and that you already have an account with Onyx or Orion. Within If This Then That, and this is where everything starts, you can actually search for Onyx or Orion, and you will find the Orion service. Now what you're going to do is connect that service to your account that you've already used to sign up when you were setting up your Onyx device. So you'll need to authorize, and then from there you can see all of these applets that are already here. You can see integration with Wemo, you can see integration with Gmail, Samsung SmartThings, and down at the bottom, just on the base page, we actually have access to Alexa as well. You can see the triggers, so you can choose which group, who says what, and what word or phrase, and then you can also choose the action. So again, which group hears it, who specifically in that group hears it, and what does your Onyx say. So basically, you're going to either be able to trigger through certain words, and you're also going to be able to cause certain messages to come out of your Onyx. So now that you've seen what If This Then That is capable of doing with Onyx, let me show you a couple of examples. I'm going to create an applet, and we're going to use the location trigger here. Now, I'm going to choose it to enter an area, and then I'm going to choose the area that I want, and this would be centered around your business. You create that trigger, and then you're going to search for Orion. Now, once you do that, you can send a voice message. Now, of course, you can pick the group, you can pick who hears it, and you can choose what to say. So for now, I'm going to enter Brian is at work, that's me. And so what this is an announcement of a team member entering the workspace. You could do all kinds of things with this, of course, but in this case, when you enter the area, it's going to send a voice message to everyone in the group called family. Now moving on, we can get a little bit deeper. Let's create another applet. And in this case, I'm going to use Samsung SmartThings. Now, I think this is something that a lot of people are using at their office to create security, but we can also use it to trigger actions. So we could use it if we had a door open and close sensor, of course. We could create the trigger with that. We could also create this with a motion sensor or any other type of sensor that Samsung has. Now we're going to send another voice message. And what this is, in this case, is essentially a notification that a customer has entered your company's building. Now, every time that sensor triggers, you're going to have a message sent to everyone. So everyone in your business that's on that group called Ring 2 is going to get that notification. Now again, let's go a little deeper. I'm going to create a new applet, and I'm going to choose this just based off of a date and time. So at every day at a specific time, I'm going to trigger essentially a task reminder for someone on my team. So we're going to choose 1 p.m. We could choose any time during the day. Again, we're going to go to the Orion skill here, and we can choose which group, we can choose who hears it, and at that specific time, we could send a reminder to a team member to go clean X or Y or whatever we wanted them to do. So this is essentially a task reminder for a normal business. Now that we have a task, we of course need to know if that task has been completed. So we're going to create a second applet, and in this case we're going to use Orion to be the trigger. Now of course we could choose who says it and in what group, But if the person just comes back and says, I'm complete cleaning, we're going to trigger an action. And what I want to do here as a business owner is essentially log that the task was completed. So I'm going to create that. Now I'm going to use calendar here. You could use really anything that's going to take an action or can take an action in the if this then that application. So if you wanted to, you could actually trigger any of these different calendars. And if you wanted to, you could send text messages, you could create emails, you can do just a ton of things here with if this then that and Orion. So in this calendar event, I'm going to set a number of parameters. We're going to set the calendar name as group name. So this would log every time in your group name calendar. So you could track different teams and their different tasks. I'm going to put in to the title, cleaning complete at, and I could add the time component there if I wanted to. Now in the notes, I'm going to add the speaker name, what they said, and I'm going to say in what group they were, as well as what time it was created. So that's all going into the notes of the event. The start time for this calendar entry is just going to be when the speaker actually said that they were done. So there you go. Now you have what I would say is a pretty good calendar entry for tracking what went on. Now I'm going to show you one more, and it's based off of email. So we're going to use our Gmail account, and we could use a search or just new emails. Now we could set a search parameter where we say, I want to know about any emails that say from customer X or that have the title customer X in them, and that will give you this trigger or fire this trigger. So just for simplicity's sake here, I'm going to use the new email in an inbox, and I'm going to use Orion again as the action. And again, I can choose the group, I can choose who hears it, and I could choose all these different ingredients. So I'm going to type in new email from the person. Subject reads, and then put in the subject line. And of course, if I wanted, I could continue on that, and it will read out those two lines every time I get a new email in my Gmail account. So I think that's pretty good from a small business standpoint. You can create all kinds of automation here very simply with the Onyx by Orion. I showed you how to handle task management. I showed you how to trigger people arriving, both customers and employees. And I also showed you how to handle some email automation even. So I hope this was great for everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.